Oh my goodness, gentlemen. It begins here and now. What is up, guys? This is Cobb, and welcome to the Quad-Core Carnage Free-for-All Tournament Finals. How's it going, Mr. Professor Orca? Good to see you all up and in the chat. I've got my water. I've got an emergency flask of coffee on the desk, just a little bit further along as well, out of shot, because it's going to be a hell of a night to cast, and I need to keep my voice fresh, man. I believe this is the first ever actually official free-for-all, like, organized by the Inside Guys free-for-all tournament that Mechabellum is going to have. We've got a star-studded lineup, man, with a whole bunch of nerds that you might just recognize, man, from Steel Sin to Boji, the likes of Diana in the group as well. You guys can see all of the contestants, if you like, listed above me just now, as well as the current standings for the tournament finals, and we're currently counting into what's going to be the first game. 6 games in total. We're going to be casting 3 out of those 6, I believe, and so we'll just see how much action we can catch and keep an eye on who is performing the best via the table above our heads, man. It's going to be sweet. The first game that we are in, I believe, is gonna feature, if I can just check all up on this, I think it's gonna be Bratwurst, it's gonna be Diana, it's gonna be Boji, aka Mr. Woot, and Warm Dragon, because Warm Dragon is a name. Okay. It's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be awesome. How's it going, man, Mr. Kieran Jackson? Welcome to the stream, man. We're currently counting into the first game, 1 minute and 14 seconds and counting. We're gonna be just in the first one. It's gonna be real tough for me to cast this. I kinda wanna give all of the players, their dues and their roses in terms of attention that I'm paying to what's going on, but at the same time, free-for-alls can be extremely messy to cast, so I'm going to do my best just to sort of, just spin some yarns, let's put it like that, you know, by hopefully not being too disoriented and maybe focusing on like 1 or 2 plays at a time for most of the match, and then kind of keeping track of who's actually winning in the lobby, but also trying to keep an eye on any kind of crazy meme sneaky shenanigans that are going on in these free-for-all games as we go. So I'm gonna do my best with this one, man. My first ever cast, actually, of a free-for-all tournament as well, so there's that too. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome, man. I'm pumped. 28 seconds out. 28 seconds out. Okay, man. Okay. I have no idea how long of a night it's gonna be either as well. If I'm just casting the 3 games, might not be a crazy long night. We might actually be blasting towards a winner of this Quad-Core Carnage event pretty quickly as well. So we'll see what goes down, man. It might be a little bit rough and tumble, but I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped. Free-for-all is always a trip. Yeah, you never quite know who's going to be actually taking it seriously and who's just going to be throwing memes. Just throwing memes out there and sort of seeing what sticks. Anyways, we are actually just launching into the first game just now. There it is. I swear the beautiful little UI element up at the top here is going to make all kinds of sense in just a second. We've got Diana, we've got Warm Dragon, Bratwurst, and Woot. Missile Specialist coming out from Diana. Really? Wow, that's not a specialist that you see picked often in free-for-all, maybe just leaning towards the crawler opener more than anything, and we're actually spectating Diana for this opening round as well, so I guess that this is where we will start our spectatorship from. What else have we got going on? Warm Dragon is looking at some cost control, Farsi specialist for Bratwurst, and Giant specialist for Woot. Where's Woot? Okay, we need to keep an eye on what Woot has got going on over here. Insider knowledge tells me that actually Diana and Woot have something of like an insider rivalry going on, especially with Woot's just crazy memey, just insane plays that he tends to make and that he was making in the qualifiers. Things just like mental flank plays, just doing anything he can really to sort of throw a spanner in the works of other players' plans. So Green, aka Woot, is gonna be one to watch over here, I believe. Oh my god, it's already beginning. Okay, so this is another thing that I've learned about Diana. Diana, she's mental for her wasps, man. She's a huge wasp meme lord, which is excellent. I think I've just got the best player to spectate here right away, but we will check up as the rounds go on, maybe at the end of the first round, see what everybody else has got going on, and, you know, try and kind of keep track of what everybody else is running. But the Wasp play coming out from Diana already. She's apparently already notorious for this from the qualifiers, and so you've got to think as well, surely everybody else in the lobby is going to be prepared for this to some degree. They gotta know that the Diana Wasps are going to come down, and she's running all of the juicy carry techs with the addition of the energy shield. I wonder if she's a jump drive kind of general. And it's just going to be throwing them on the backlines and stuff as well. It's going to be real intriguing to see how these develop. Multiple Rhino drops coming down in the middle. That is yellow and green, Woot and Warm Dragon. And so Diana's Crawler is going to arrive just a little bit late, man. But the Wasps are going to get to pick up all kinds of kills, all kinds of experience. It should even be able to ninja a couple of the towers here, I believe. Only a couple of them veered off to the right side. Again, that might be a little bit of a problem, a little bit of a challenge to get ahead of Woot's steel balls, and so the rivalry develops already, man. Woot going for, what was that, like a Crawler steel ball opener over on the side of green here as well, and so the tails are already getting to be spun. But the Wasps, these guys just mostly looking for levels at this point. It looks like one pack of the Wasps is already going to get its first rank. Every early level you can grab with Elite Marksman waiting in the wings like this is going to be hugely crucial, and they're going to veer off and take out Woot's buildings as well as he falls. And meanwhile, it looks like we have multiple Marksman pickers as well on the side of Bratwurst and on the side of Mr. Dragon. And so we'll check in on what everybody else has got going on in just a second. Once we get through this next good old reinforcement round, and it was actually just one level on some of the Wasps. We would go into the fortress. Wonder if that'll just be sold. Diana sells off the Phantom Rays immediately. Oh my god. And it's just borrowing cash, upgrading the Wasps, and then doubly purchasing up on the Wasps as well. Where are those Stormcallers going? Oh my god. Wow, dude, didn't I tell you, man, there was some kind of rivalry going on here, man, between Woot and Diana. Look at this, dude. Oh my god, the redeployment module comes out. Missile Specialist also going to come in quite clutch here as well to pip those Phoenixes out of the sky. Going to catch all of the backline crawlers here as well as they come in. The tanks aren't going to move, so they're going to get copied as well. Immense use of the missile action. Meanwhile, the Vulcan getting held onto by Mr. Warm Dragon, living up to his name and basking in the fire and the flames, and then beginning to diversify a little bit into Mustang pickups, which feel a little bit at odds with the rest of his kind of slow move speed army, but hell, can't whinge about it too hard. It is going to be able to pick off the Wasps pretty effectively, and so maybe it's just an early game tact, and we'll see these guys get sold later on in lieu of a, oh my god, a more concrete strategy, whereas the hackers now hit the field for red, and so this is definitely going to be one to watch. But just so happens that Diana, first player that we started spectating in this tournament, is actually in the lead as well, so I'm going to focus on what we got going on over here. Oh my god, dude, the replicating crawlers are already coming out from green as well, dude. Woot is not playing around. Woot might actually be listed, by the way, on the scoreboard that comes up after the matches are done. I'll show that scoreboard again. I think he's listed as Prince Boji on that scoreboard, just so we can keep track of where he is in the table. But okay, man. This time the Wasps should be able to make it pretty comfortably on and into the middle. Not too bad. And the rank 2 Wasps here, you fancy their chances of picking up this building kill as well? Do they get it done? They don't. I think oh no, they do. They did actually pick up the building kill. Okay, I forgot Diana was blue for a second there. Going to get to pick up all kinds of building kills, and this is the advantage of things like Crawler Swarm Openers and Wasp Swarm Openers. They just get to rush in real quick and pick up the tower kills, and look at Diana's cash. Man, you can see why she's after the Wasps. You can see why she believes so much in the Wasp-heavy strategies. All kinds of levels coming out on these Wasps now as well. They're going to get to pick up a Vulcan kill over here too, I believe. Unless they get it stolen from them from a Marksman all up and over on that far side. The amount of Marksmen on the field, what kind of tech are we running here? Okay, so Bratwurst is actually running the quick reload, like Giga long range Marksman build on, that's Red's Marksman. And as for Yellow is also running the quick reload as well. Okay. And so they do have answers potentially if they want to go Marksman heavy into the Wasp Flood. You gotta imagine that players have got to be ready for it at this point. They can see what's going on here. Again, Diana's known for the Wasp, man. And so someone's got to put a stop to this. The His module's going to come out. It goes on the level 3 Wasps. Level ups all around as well. Is it just going to be more? Is it just going to be more Wasps popping out after this, man? Is that what we're going to be looking at here? Is it just like a mono army of Wasps? How much cash have we got? Well, he's going to borrow cash to pump out yet another pack. Fair enough. 100 supply left. We go to the mobile beacon instead of increase attack. Interesting stuff. Meanwhile, what has Yellow got to deal with over here but a massive wad, a collection, a gathering, a pouch even. We'll leave it at that analogy of balls. Does he have what it takes to actually stop this? Not sure. I don't think so. I think that these are actually going to make it to building unless he does something pretty drastic here with more sentry missiles. Maybe missile here or something. something like that, just to stop the advance of these nerds. The Stormcallers are being nipped in the bud real quick by Woot, who doesn't appreciate being stabbed in the back like so. In fact, hang on. Have I got my chat hidden? Yeah, I should definitely make sure that my chat is hidden real quick, just in case there's any spoilers going on in the chat window. Good job, I remembered that. Okay, man. Okay. So Warm Dragon's really got it all to do here on this far left flank. Are we seeing any upgrades? Okay, the upgrades are not coming out on the marksman, at least not just yet. They are getting some levels, but the upgrades actually going to the hackers for Bratwurst. What a psycho, man. What an absolute madman. Ooh, and Woot strikes back with just the absolute BM crawlers coming out. And would you look at this, dude? The building still drops in this far side because the Stormcallers are still just able to get a cheeky shot off. And as such, it's Green who's going to get the building debuff first. And it's once again going to be a Diana's Wasps that are going to get to beeline into the middle. Look at that clever movement, dude. Just swinging on around, strafing around the big old experimental giant unit and picking up all of the towers, right? Both towers, bottom left, bottom right, middle building. Really, really good stuff. They are going to run headlong into the Mustangs with building debuff in the end, and so things are going to start to go kind of bad, and all of the remaining Wasps are actually just Skynet Wasps. They're getting printed out by the Vulcan, but in terms of money, Diana doing pretty well to hold on to the lead, but look at the hackers, dude. The hackers from Bratwurst, with that range enhancement upgrade, they will actually get the steal on the Vulcan potentially here. Well, before it dies of old age, as it does, you know. But one thing that we've got to note about Bratwurst as well, by the way, is that it's rumored. I've heard on the grapevine, man. It's written on the walls and in tenement halls and all of that. That Bratwurst, he's a points player. He doesn't give a damn necessarily about winning the round convincingly, or like smacking his opponent over the head, or going for like crazy mono unit army builds and just kind of sweeping the board. All he cares about is farming points, and that's starting to show, man, as he advances up into place number 2. That's the focus of his game, right? He's a big game player, man. We'll put it like that, you know. Okay. Reinforcement round, of course, Diana goes for Wasp Swarm because it has Wasp written on it, and therefore it's going to be the automatic selection. Woot, in the meantime, decides to skip. Efficient Light Manufacturing came out for somebody there. That was for Bratwurst. Okay, we're going to check up on what Red is using that for. To spam out very, very soon. Once we appreciate and acknowledge the fact that a round 4 Elite Marksman has already come out on these Wasps, just giving them some pretty ungodly damage. I think they're going to eviscerate this Wraith way before it gets to do anything. I don't think it even gets to kill the Crawlers in time before it dies, actually, against the rank 3 Wasps. Not quite as confident on this left side without that haste module giving extra damage and stuff, but there it is. Look at the mobile beacon shenanigans as well, dude, though. Like, I can respect this. We're going to go for the middle tower and for the far tower on the far side as well, dude. It's just cheeky, you know? Meanwhile, what are we looking at here, man, for Woot? How is he responding? He's actually doubling down on the Crawlers with the Mech Rage coming out. It's going to be very, very effective this round for sure, where the AI just doesn't have that much chaff clear going on. And the Fortress is apparently going to stick around for a little while at least. As for Bratwurst, efficient light unit manufacturing, I see more hackers hitting the floor here. This is new. This is new. No chaff at all. It's just hackers and like some like moderate chaff clear at the front. One to watch with efficient light unit manufacturing as the game goes on. And then meanwhile, Warm Dragon sticking with the Vulcan for the time being, at least. Tech sticking around on the Tarantulas, but no levels on those guys yet. I'm not sure that they're doing particularly well. Warm Dragon seems to be having a little bit of a rough time getting off to a good start in this one. There's plenty of free-for-all left to play, however. And here we go. Towers begin to fall. Look at the... Dude, look at the rate of annihilation. Okay, I mean, they're going to run again into the Stangs, but the amount of cash that Diana is farming, it's got to put people... It's just got to put people on edge. Nearly 600 supply. What is this, dude? She's a free-for-all baron at this point. Okay. But here comes the hackers, man. Here comes the hackers. Are they actually going to pay off? I never want to write off hackers anymore, dude. I've done a couple of videos on hackers where I'm like, how is this possibly going to work? And then I always underestimate this element of the fight here, where the hackers just hack little useless units and buy themselves so much time that they end up turning the win. Oh my god. And it's actually Bratwurst that's going to take the lead in this one. Dude, we gotta pay attention to what Bratwurst is doing all up and over here, man, as he takes the lead quite convincingly. We did say that he was a points player, and I tell you what, it's all coming together for him, man, to quote Bronk. Bronk? Kronk. Oh, God. Get my Emperor's New Groove memes messed up. Our man Bratwurst, he's thinking long and hard about this one. Everybody else already picks up the rates, and you've got to assume that those rates are getting sold off across the board. Still sticking around over here for now, I guess. Seem to be sold everywhere else, apart from the Wraith coming down from Woot here to sidestep his rival just a little bit. But look at this, man. Bratwurst picks up a Melter. Is he actually going to hold on to that? I guess he is. It's Mech Division Steel Balls that he's up against, though. And he does not have that many levels on his hackers yet. Is this something he's going to invest in just now? He's going to go for the... Wow, dude. He goes for enhanced control. Does he even have the cash to upgrade anymore? He doesn't. These are just some heavy, swollen nuts that he's got to get the hack on here, man. And with level 7 on both of these pairs, okay, he's going to borrow cash. This could be like level here and level here. Like level these two hackers right here, maybe. I don't know that we are stopping this, man. Like this is a lot of steel ball action, and for everyone that you crack, all kinds of little crawlers pop on out. Whose is this? Who did this? Whose is this, man? Hang on, is this Diana? This is Diana's crawlers, right? Because she can only flank vertically, rather. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see how Mr. Bratwurst fares here. Given that he's in the lead, he now gets the spotlight on this. But we're going to have to check in on what everybody else has got going on, of course, every other round, which, I'm a little bit terrified for Diana's Wasp strategy, given that, honestly, Diana's army with the Wasp heavy strat, it kind of annihilates what Bratwurst has going on. Like, it's not even a contest, it's just evisceration on every level. But she's got to get through her two neighbors in order to actually connect with Red. And Red right now is just having a great time, taking things really slow. Look at how slow his army is, dude. They're only just now crossing the threshold of his deployment zone. Meanwhile, everybody else with all these high move speed, like Mustang builds and Crawler builds, they're all just out there mulching each other. Bratwurst, he's here to play the game, man. He's here to play video games. And he don't often lose, apparently. Oh, for God's sake, nearly got the hack on the Tarantula until his marksman one-shotted it. But, well, there you go. And he's still got such a healthy body left alive. Oh, no, but look! The Wasps, dude, are actually getting to live, and it only takes a small pocket of these guys to cause huge problems over here. They will get stuck hitting. Surely they'll get stuck hitting the melting point for too long. No. Okay. Oh my God, they almost pulled it off. See, that's kind of like a shot across the bow of things to come if the Wasps continue to get out of hand. But for now, Bratwurst and his melting point is going to key him in a whole boatload of points at least. And so he's got to be pretty happy about that. But at the same time, his balloon knot has got to be puckering just a little bit at the idea that his neighbours in Woot and Warm Dragon are not going to be able to take care of the Diana problem, of the Wasp infestation. Because he's going to do great against everybody but Blue, right? And so he's doing his damnedest to hold on to this. He also really takes his time picking his reinforcement cards as well. Let's make sure that we catch what he actually grabs here. He could screw around with one of his opponents by picking up a smoke bomb, similar to Dragon. We'll also check up on what's going on with Dragon as well. Decides to just skip in the end. Fair enough. He's got 1,300 supply to blast here. A whole lot of upgrades to potentially go into the hackers as well. But so far, he's just content to go wide with the hackers. Melter comes out. You've got to assume this is also going to be picking up range. Once you've got a couple on the field like this. God, his anti-air options are not good, though. He's literally got like 3 marksmen and a Farseer. That's all he's got, man. In terms of air options, mass missiles are going to come out to make sure that we get the hack at least somewhat reliably, I guess, on the sandworms. That said, there's still a lot of crawlers to deal with after this, man. This could be a little bit of a problem over here. Relying big time on the 3 acolytes in the middle, I guess, to just take care of business as the melters come out thick and heavy. Dude, look at Warm Dragon, dude. Just believing in the mass Vulcan deployment. The Wasp Zerg continues with Diana. Currently some rank 5 Wasps. And the absolute Ishhausery going on right now. With Woot sending over a couple of flanking sandworms. Okay. Let me just keep tabs on what's going on with Bratwurst, man. While he's holding on to the lead. But I'm going to pay special attention next round to what's going on between Diana and Woot, man. Because, holy crap. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, the crawler problem is going to slow things down quite a bit. They are going to get the hack at least on one of the sandworms, but now there's all kinds of crawlers in the front line all up and over here. I don't think they got what it takes to actually stop this. We need our stolen sandworm to get over here and buy us a little bit of time, but it's too late, man. Before the building goes on down, no hackers left remaining. It's a little bit of a stomp for Bratwurst, man. And here comes the wasps, dude. These are actually Diana's wasps that have crossed the map and are now looking to, I guess, steal all of the cash and all of the supply from killing off the big experimental sandworm at this point. Oh, the wasps are just everywhere, man. It's an absolute infestation. They are going to get the kill on the big sandworm. Look at the money, dude. 850 supply. I mean, oh my god. Okay. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, man. Yeah, and something tells me that 2 or 3 Mustangs are not going to be enough anti-air to take care of business over here. What do we got going on with yellow? You know what, man? Warm Dragon actually coming in kind of big here as well. Finishing second on terms of cash in this round. Is going to shuffle himself up into 3rd place. And it looks like Woot is going to come out behind in his flanking rivalry. His crazy mobile beacon rivalry that he's got going on against Diana. With all kinds of building health being picked up by Diana now as well. Double Rhino comes down. These are actually going to get held onto, really? Not just going to get instantly sold? Dude, look at what's going on. Look at this. Okay, dude. Woot is a man, dude. He is a man scorned over here, dude. He's got the double anti-air barrage fortresses just sitting on the flank. We've got the self-destruct coming out on the rhinos, and now the barriers on the wasps as well. We're in real danger of these wasps just hitting like a seriously unstoppable critical mass at this point. Which is depressing because everybody knew it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you paid any attention to Diana's games in the qualifiers, this was a thing, you know? And it's not like you couldn't see it coming from like round 2 as well. But okay, man, we're gonna just send the just more worms. Okay, fair enough, man. We're just gonna just bomb in there with the worms. Fair play. What do we got going on with Bratwurst over here, man? Oh wow. Okay, so the electromag check is also gonna come out for the hackers as well. It's still just a boatload of hackers though, really, innit? That's the strategy here, man. It was paying off before, but with such little anti-air, I'm starting to get a bit concerned. I almost feel like it might have been worth picking up, like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 more marksmen or something. Just level 1 marksmen would do on the back line. Grab them range, and then grab them quick reload. It's just an idea. So you have a nice slow moving unit that's going to stay nice and far back, so that when those wasps arrive, inevitably, from the pits of Mordor over here, at least then you've got something to take care of business with. But okay, Bratwurst, can he hold on to the lead on this round 7? The Fangs are going to be getting mass-produced as well from these experimental marksmen, and so the fire badges on the front line are going to help to take care of business just a little bit. The hackers, though, you know what? They're going to start getting the steals off on the big experimental units, which is a huge deal. In fact, if you can just steal enough marksmen, maybe that's his plan to get his hands on some anti-air units, man. Who knows? Either way, it looks like all of the experimental units are basically screwed, basically going to go down. The Wasp Swarm is arriving from down south, as they say. But okay, now it's a pack of Phoenixes though, and a whole bunch of air units, and not a whole lot of nerds to take care of it. The experimental marksman that we did steal like a thief in the night is going to start to take care of business a little bit against the wasps, but it's starting to get collapsed on now from multiple directions. It produces a little pack of fangs, but those are going to last about as long as an Imperial Guardsman, screaming in agony as they go down. And once again, it's going to be, now it's just the late arrival of the wasps as they just decimate everything. That's going to be a huge hurdle for everybody in the lobby to overcome. What level of these... How do these Mustangs not have aerial special? Warm Dragon. You could actually have this game. Warm Dragon could actually come back and take this, man. Woot, I don't know what he's doing, man. He's on his villain arc over there. But it wasn't a very long-lived villain arc, you know what I'm saying? Like, he tried his best to stop Diana's swarm, but... was just kind of swatted down. Okay. Dude, look at how many wasps are going to live. This is actually like quite a lot of points coming in here. Oh god. Okay, and we're back to check it out, Diana, man, because apparently these wasps are just unstoppable at this point. That's levels on like all of them as well. Are you kidding me, man? Warm Dragon once again goes for the smoke bomb. Same thing with Diana as well. Fair play. Look at just the ion cannon of upgrades, and now we have the jump drive. Okay, so are we going for some insane flank play with these wasps? No, we can't. The anti-air's already come out and on the level 4 Mustangs. That will be... Okay, so Warm Dragon is now actually Diana's, like, biggest rival at this point. And Bratwurst on red with his slow-moving hacker army just kinda has to chill. Stay back. Let the Mustangs do their thing. Right? And just let them take care of it. And then he can just sweep in the end, you know? And just take the glory. That's gotta be his plan with all of his gamesmanship. Are we flanking with anything here? No flanks just yet. Look at these sandworms, dude, and all these techs of these guys. I'm almost surprised that they don't have anti-aerial, to be honest, but... Okay, man. Man, look, the fortress is getting just redeployed or sold off, or what? Oh, Woot. What's going on, man, brother? What's going on, dude? We're getting a big redeployment going over here. Oh my god, we're shuffling all of them off to the left side. Where did they go? No. No! Diana, you psycho! Oh, this is great! This is great, man! This is why we love free-for-all, boys! This is what we're here for, man! Okay, there's like... Let's see if the... I don't know, like 2 marksmen can take care of all of these guys. Something tells me it's not gonna go so hot, man. Look at the little smoke bomb coming down as well, just in case, you know? Oh my god, it is multi-target melting points, by the way. It is multi-target, but as soon as these guys are off and shooting... Which they're gonna be just now. Oh my god, look at the elimination damage on this sucker, dude. When they all connect. Wasn't actually that impressive. I was expecting them to get absolutely eviscerated. Oh, it's because our building died so quickly. Oh, we could outlive the building debuff. Oh, I thought we had more upgrades on the buildings than this. We're still gonna get to tag the building over here, and now Bratwurst is suddenly in extremely hot water. As these melting points just become... Well, just bubbling pools of slag, really. I was trying to think of some kind of melting point related meme, but, I mean, if it's a bubbling pool of slag, it's a bubbling pool of slag, and we can just leave it there. Here we go, man. So the Mustangs with anti-air are also going to clash into some of the Wasps just now, but they don't really have the numbers, man. There's too many Wasps on the field. Some of these Wasps are level 7, for Christ's sake. Sitting here with energy shields as well. Actually pretty tanky. That's like 6k effective health per Wasp. Really nothing to sniff at, and so they are just going to be able to decimate the dregs of the Stangs that collide on them over from the west. Meanwhile, we've got Woot just hoping that he can hang on with the sandworms here, man. Oh, they could really benefit from anti-aerial, man, but it's not going to happen. The backstab is going to come in on the last of the Stangs here as well, and these Wasps are just too strong. It's going to be an ungodly amount of levels on these Wasps if they don't end the game right now. Diana only needs like 1100 points to actually finish this. And there it is. Jobs are good. Dude, that was a convincing victory for the first match and first Wasp Spam match of the evening. Holy crap, man. That was actually really convincing. Okay, let me go ahead and return to the lobby real quick, man, so we can get geared up for our next game. Of course, I have no idea how the current game is going on as well, so we got to be careful of that as we see the scores eventually come in and update, but... Wow, dude. What, just an absolute mad woman flank. Coming under the back just now, man. Oh my goodness. It's gotta be GG. The Wasps are just insane. Yeah. The thing is as well, even if the Wasps aren't working like super well early on, you just need like 2 or 3 levels on them to pick up the elite marksman, and then suddenly it's like, you start losing a round when there's like 2 or 3 Wasps left alive and they win the round, and then the next round it's like 18 Wasps are left alive, then the next round it's like 33, and like they're just gaining in power all the time, and it's like, oh god. There comes a point where it's too late to start going anti-air, you know? They've just hit that critical mass, man. Ooh. Delicious coffee, man. Okay. Oh my goodness. Alright man. So I'm hoping that if all of these stream elements and stuff are working correctly that I set up yesterday. Oh, look at the beautiful little backdrop that we've got going, man. I recorded this last night in a bunch of replays and stuff. And set up all these stream elements last night for this tournament. So I'm really hoping that the scoreboard above us is just going to update in real time, and that I've done it all correctly, you know. But okay, man, dude. What a convincing opening game, though, honestly. Oh yeah, I'm also not exactly 100% sure if, or like how the scores are counted in the finals. I don't know if it's the amount of points that players finish on that are then going to be totaled after the 6 total games. Or if it's like 3 points for first place, 2 points for second, 1 point for third, and 0 for last, or something like that, you know? And things are tallied that way. But something tells me that Mr. Bratwurst is hoping for the former, right? Something tells me that Bratwurst is hoping that this is going to be a points farming contest, because he almost pulled that off with his hackers, and did actually score a copious amount of points, despite coming up short in the end. And so, yeah, we'll see how things are calculated in real time, man. It's going to be good stuff. Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh yeah, thank you, man, Eluan. You're doing my job for me, dude. You're doing my job for me, man. Don't forget to hit like on the stream if you guys are enjoying it, man. I'll try and trim down the stream as well for like video consumption purposes once the tournament is finished as well. So anybody who missed it can at least just check in on the stream. And you can hopefully like watch with minimal interruptions and stuff like that and just go from game to game. I think that'd be kind of cool. Okay, man. All right. Dude. So the thing though, the thing about that game is that, again, I think I already sort of touched on the fact that Diana ran that like really wasp heavy strat multiple games, you know? Multiple games during qualifiers and stuff like that. And so you gotta think, people gotta know what's going on. People gotta know what to expect at this point, you know? Especially after that first round. If you see the round 1 wasps come out from Diana, you gotta think like, okay, maybe I should buy something like anything that can kill wasps. Or even just start going wasps of your own, you know? Wouldn't even surprise me if some players in between rounds here, like you guys can't see right now, but I'm going into like my unit modifications and stuff, is some people went into their wasp loadouts and just real quick keyed in aerial specialization on their wasps. And just started to just design like an anti-Diana build to deal with the infestation, you know? To just kick them out of this town and sort of beat her in her own game a little bit, you know? That's what I'd be doing if I was one of the players in one of the other games right now, you know? Because I'd probably have a stream open. I'd probably have this stream open on my other screen so that I can keep an eye on what's going on in the other games and like, okay, this person enjoys hackers, this person enjoys crazy worm flank players, blah, 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 you know? And you can start to put things together like that and, you know, I think a lot of people have a plan they just stick to regardless of what everyone else is doing. You're right, Robert. You're right, man. You're right. Yeah, I do have some insider knowledge on some of the habits of these players. Because they were given like some like mini interviews and stuff in between the qualifiers and the finals, right? Talking about players that they see as their potential rivals in the finals today, what their favorite strategies are, that kind of thing, you know? So I've got some insider knowledge on this, man. I gotta admit, I'm really hoping that Steelson is in the next game that we cast. Because apparently in the qualifiers, he was like notorious for being just, dude, like fortresses and fangs. That was like his jam in the qualifiers, you know? So maybe he's going to change things up, of course, in the finals. You don't want to become predictable in some sense as well. But yeah, I'd love to see some fang spam action come along in the finals as well, man. It's going to be great. I also know that we need to keep a very, very close eye indeed on Mr. White Lobster. White Lobster. I'm not even gonna talk about it in case any of the players who are playing in these finals happen to be listening to this stream right now. I don't want to give anything away, but I'm just gonna say the man's a mad lad, and he's gonna be one to watch when we eventually get to watching one of White Lobster's games, man. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be awesome. Who else have we got actually, man? So in the other game currently playing right now, we have Baller, we've got Steelson, we've got Hackmanic. Hackmanic, who actually had a couple of brutal games in the qualifiers, getting mulched by Wasp Spam as well. So he knows the pain, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think, if anybody's gonna be ready for the Wasp Spams tonight, it's gonna be Hackmanic when his games come along, because he had a pretty bad time against the Wasp Spams during the quals, so yeah. LeBron Stantanople. Yeah, that's Baller. For some reason, he's listed as LeBron, okay? LeBron Stantanople, dude. What a name, man. What a name. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be great, man. This is going to be great. But apparently, LeBron Stantanople was also a little bit notorious for his carry wasp strategies as well in the qualifiers. So we've got more than one wasp spammer. It's going to be very interesting if we get LeBron and Diana in the same lobby. Oi, 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 oi. Right, that's going to be a hell of a spectacle. That's going to be great, man. That's going to be great. But I'm going to be watching like a hawk to see if anybody does actually go for aerial specialization on their wasps, you know? Is Irreversible not competing? He's not, man, he's not. Sadly, we're not going to see any, like, mono-unit, just, like, saber-tooth blocks or carry fire badges or anything in this one, I don't think, man, but... Oh. Ooh. Amazing. Dude, can I just say, by the way, I'm not sponsored by Hydra Peak or anything. I don't even know if you guys can see the logo on this, but if you ever need flasks or like flask mugs like this, dude, my wife bought me this. I've used this for years. It keeps my damn... It's just a lidded mug that keeps my coffee hot for like 5 hours, man. It's ridiculous, okay? Oh my god, it's happening, it's happening. Nobody panic, but Steelzane and Diana are in the same lobby, okay? Could it be that a Fang spam is going to collide with a Wasp spam? Could that be the thing? Okay. 1 minute and 37 seconds until we are into the game. Oh man, hold on to your seats, man. Hold on to your seats. Okay. This is gonna be great, man. This is gonna be great. Irreversible is the main figure of the channel. Yeah, dude. It's the damn Irreversible show my replays recently, man. To be fair, Irreversible uploads and shares so many crazy free-for-all replays. It's like, it's why he plays the game. And so, yeah, like he gets featured on the channel so much, you know? So much, man. I kind of miss casting 1v1s, I'm not going to lie, though. Like, it feels like people, ever since MMR was introduced to the game, people take standard much more seriously, like 1v1 much more seriously, you know what I'm saying? And so you just don't see that many rank 8 laser sights elite marksman fortresses anymore in 1v1 mode, you know? Like, people want to win, people care about their MMR, you know, which is a little bit sad. Me personally, in my options, I go into like the other section of my options in game and I disable showing my MMR. I can't stand it. I hate seeing it, you know. I like just not to think about it and just play the game. And then it gets to the end of the season and I check and I'm like, I'm usually pretty happy with where I am. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I thought I was going to click this and I'd be like 1k MMR or something, you know, but... Anyways, man. 20 seconds deep. 20 seconds in. Here we go. It's happening, man. It's happening. Oh my god. This is gonna be incredible. Okay. This is gonna be great, man. This is gonna be great. 2 seconds. 1. Here we go. Let me go ahead and hide the in-game chat. Let's tab on over. And we're ready to do this, boys. Oh my god. Warm Dragon making another appearance in this lobby as well. A little bit of a rocky start, man, for the Dragon, dude. We've got to see what he can do in this one. Again, Warm Dragon was one of those guys who just loves his giants. Loves his giants, loves his fortress spam. If he can get a hold of it, he's going to go for a Sabertooth opener from Warm Dragon. Meanwhile, Steelzane goes for a Fang opener. Oh god. Is that a portent of things to come? In fact, Steelzane is actually opening with Quick Supply Specialist as well. I will just keep track real quick. I think, I tell you what, we'll watch Warm Dragon for the first round, but I want to keep an eye on what Steelzane over here decides to do with his Quick Supply Specialist. I'm just wondering if he's going to bank the money and not worry too much about it. Or he's going to dump something right away on round 1. Those are kind of his options, right? By the way, on the far galactic left, we've obviously got Diana going for round 1 wasps. So Diana is currently on our west side right now in this matchup. And then, of course, we've got Mr. Bratwurst once again playing opposite of Diana with another slow opener, man. Slow Arclights, slow Stormcallers, defensively positioned, right? Absolute gamer over here. And okay, man, so in the end, Steelzane just actually goes for a couple of marksmen with his Quick Supply Specialist. So nothing too mental over there. Actually, I'm most intrigued by the potential memery of what Warp Dragon's got going on over here, man. He's playing some Amp Spec, well, obviously. Some Amp Spec action with the triple Sabertooth opener, and he actually spends his opening cash on just an additional Sabertooth. It's kind of insane. He's got no answer at all to the Wasps, and so that's gotta be something that he's spooked by. He does have anti-aircraft ammo, on his Akis at least, so, you know, I mean, maybe that could be something. Some like carry acolyte action. Did they have elite marksman? They do have range and elite marksman plus anti-aircraft. Maybe this is like this is actually just a run-up to a potential acolyte heavy build, which tends to not do very well, by the way, in free for all. But it is good against wasps, and so we'll see what comes of that, man. Okay. Oh. I mean, these guys are real tanky. They're going to get to pick up all kinds of buildings as well. All the mobile beacons coming in. The wasp infestation is starting early in this one. We'll keep it. I'll tell you what, we'll check back in on Diana's wasps and see how they're ranking up and see how they're actually getting on in terms of levels a few rounds from now. But for the time being, at least, it looks like they're actually going to come in and stomp on the heads of a few of the AI units that we were up against. And so it's going to be a pretty good cash opener for Diana. But look at Steel Sane, dude. Not bad for him as well. Given that he just had like tanks, marksman, fangs, you know? Nothing too flashy. If he can steal a building kill here before the Phoenixes kill him, he can indeed. That's nearly a 300 supply round one opener for Steel Sane. And so Steel Sane's actually going to get to take the lead right away. And so we'll switch perspective to what Steel Sane's got going on. Okay, man. It is 3 of the same players, indeed, Professor Rock, from the first game that we cast. This is going to be a little bit of overlap, and in some games more than others, compared to the players that we are spectating in these. Like I said, there's like other games going on and stuff right now, you know, as we are playing these out. Okay. Alright, man. Alright. Steel Sane picks. He did go for the Phantom Rays. Is he actually holding on to those, or is he flanking with them? Because he's currently being flanked by Diana. Dude, Diana is actually a pretty big fan of the flank plays, but look at this. Steel Sane is going to flank right back with his own Rays. Good stuff. You love to see it. Okay. Oh my god, dude. This is going to be straight up carry fangs. Okay, so an extra pod of fangs does come down over here as well. I think one of these backline fangs, or more actually, they were mass recruited. So it's already up to a 6-pack of fangs in total on Steel Sane's side just now. Oh, it's actually Diana who took the lead. What am I talking about, man? It's like, what, 23 points in the lead? Okay, dudes. Alright, well, you know what, man? It looks like these two players are going to be the ones to watch anyways then, as they are both kind of jousting for the lead at the same time, and their builds are sort of coming into their own. And they're both flanking each other simultaneously, which is always great as well. So maybe we'll just leave the camera something like this, and so we can kind of capture both fronts at once, and most importantly, both flanks at once, and just see how they come off. It's just going to take a while for these guys to get here. The fangs, at least on Steel Sane's top flank up here, are going to delay the Phantom Rays from coming on in, and so that's going to buy valuable time for these Phantom Rays from Steel Sane to come in and to get the flank off on this building. And there it is. But what damage can really get done, though, to the Wasps in this time? They're just really getting slowed down a little bit. They're not really suffering anything like casualties while they get all these debuffs. The second building also goes down as well. Yeah, it's like mega debuffs on the Wasps, but they don't really care that much, you know? Oh god, and they're getting all kinds of levels as well. Oh, it's happening again. Dude, I'm getting PTSD over here. Fangs, go! Go! Little guys. Okay, I mean, they do have the range, and so they should be able to do pretty good here. At least inflict some pretty devastating casualties. We've still got a pod of Wasps though from Diana in the middle as well over here. So it's still spooky stuff, and the Fangs are actually going to get to come out on top, at least. Okay, so it's not going to be a wash with the Wasps just yet, man. Okay. All kinds of Skynet units going on down. We've got Warm Dragon with the Phoenixes coming out on the bottom. Actually, Warm Dragon having a very lucrative round himself. Like a dragon guarding its hoard of treasure. He's got some Smaug action going. Actually, as he takes the lead. Holy crap, okay. We're gonna take a look at what he's doing, man. So he's still got those 3 Sabertooths. He's got levels to pump out on those now as well. Efficient tech research is definitely going to be very, very efficient if you're going to go max tech wasps, as Diana is going to be going. Warm Dragon subsidized Mustang, and a Mustang spam kind of begins. Warm Dragon seems to be a big believer in the Stangs. I mean, I would be as well if this was my next door neighbor, to be fair. But they're also going to serve the additional purpose of helping to bring down this experimental unit. Hopefully farm them out a whole boatload of cash here as well. I wonder if it ain't worth going into field maintenance here. For Warm Dragon, just to bulk up these tanks just a little bit. I mean, they're going to kind of get eviscerated anyway, right? But this experimental nerd. But this experimental freak on a leash. 4 packs of Stangs come out, though. Warm Dragon literally has 1 pence left to his name. Meanwhile, oh my god, dude. The Fang Fortress build is actually in full flow already, with the Fortress coming out just next. It's going to aggro all of the fire badges over here. Creates all kinds of distractions for these nerds, at least most of them. Meanwhile, on the side of Bratwurst, again, just taking it slow. His notorious hackers are also coming out as well. I think that you guys are right, man. A lot of people in this tournament seem to have like these set strategies and their favorite unit types that they opt into over and over again. Which is quite interesting how little they fear being predictable in a free-for-all lobby. You know, that's kind of crazy, and it's kind of awesome as well at the same time. It's kind of like going up against a vast array of Pokemon trainers, but you know, if you're going to be battling like Last Diana, you know that she's going to be blasting out the wasps, right? If you're going to be battling Mr. Bratwurst over here, go Hacker, you know, oh, like what a surprise, right? Throws that Pokeball, a Hacker pops out. You're not really getting shocked is what I'm saying, you know. Oh, look, a swimmer used a water-type Pokemon. What a bloody surprise, right? It's kind of how this feels a little bit. Let's see if people do decide to adapt things a little bit. As the tournament goes on, man. Some folks might have to, if their strategies are just not working here, and it's kind of like rock, paper, scissors format that we've got going on, when they're being so binary with their unit choices. The Mustangs, though, are actually going to do a pretty good job being ranked 2. It's taken a while for the Acolyte over here from Bratwurst to take these nerds out, and so Warm Dragons, speedy little Stangs, actually getting a reasonable amount done before they crash and burn, literally. Oh my god, no, no. It's happening again, man, it's happening again. Somebody stop her. Well, back to spectating Diana, boys. Oh god. How many levels do we get here? I mean, basically all of them. Okay, and an intensive training, just for good measure, on an Elite Marksman army. Well, Elite Marksman has got to come out this round. It's just got to. Look at this. Steel Sane being sneaky with his Phantom Rays. Where are they going? Oh, God. Okay, they're going for the backstab all up and over there. He does abandon this flank now, though. Yeah, I got to imagine that Elite Marksman is coming out for Diana here. It's got to, right? Choice she's got to make is, yeah, does she want to go Elite Marksman? Which is going to limit the amount of wasps that she can pump out. Maybe she's happy with this many wasps. I would be. I think that any more than like 9 or 10 packs of wasps. I mean, there's no such thing as too many wasps. Let's just be real, right? But at the same time, like you can build like 10 packs of wasps very, very tall. Ooh, actually decides to go into the enhanced range first instead of the Elite Marksman. I wonder what the thinker behind that was, man. We've got a few level 3 packs of wasps here. And a couple of 2s. For me, they felt kind of ripe for Elite Marksman, but fair enough, fair enough. Oh god, look at this though, dude. Steel Sane, his Fang production line is starting to pick up a little bit of speed over here as well. It's going to be interesting to see how this does against the Wasps. He does also have anti-air barrage available on these fortresses, so this is definitely going to be an army to watch in terms of power scale. No additional text coming out just yet on the Stangs down in the south, but the Sabertooths do grab field maintenance. It should give them a lot of stability against these AI units, at least. And Bratwurst, well, this time he's off to quite a slow start, man, with his notorious hacker build. And once again, I guess Bratwurst is just hoping that other people can deal with the now growing, the now festering Wasp Swarm, man. Because I'm not sure his army is the one to do it. It's not really its specialty, you know? It's like rock type against... what? What the hell is rock countered by? Grass? Grass? Water? Fighting? I know my Pokemon types well. Okay. Depressingly. But okay. Once again, it's going to be absolute carnage in terms of the Skynet units just getting eviscerated by Diana's Wasps. They are kind of rampaging on up now to potentially farm some kills in the north as well against the AI units up here too. Elite Marksmen though, do they have the damage to get that done? Not quite sure, but the amount of buildings that they pick up already has Diana at a pretty good economy round here as the Wasps are just fanning out all over the field, picking up all kinds of kills. Absolutely hopeless, helpless units down here just getting utterly eviscerated. But it's actually going to be Bratwurst that gets to pick up the last of the AI unit kills, provided he can get them killed before the Wasps show up and just ruin everything. Oh god, of course they show up and ruin everything, and Diana is staring down a 600 supply round 4. Oh god, man. Dude, somebody's got to do something, man. Somebody's got to do something about this infestation, dude. Oh. This is getting spooky, man. This is getting spooky. Oh god. Oh damn, what's up, man, Irreversible dude? You're just home from a whiskey fair. Wow, man. A whiskey-infused Irreversible would have been quite a spectacle to see in this tournament, but it wasn't to be today, man. Okay, Diana goes for the 4 steel balls. Are we holding on to these or selling these? One pack has already been sold. I thought maybe we'd see like some mech division action come out and just like a line of steel balls like so. Can be a strategy that some people opt for. Looks like they're just going to be smacked on the front line to just tank for the Wasps, who then just get mass upgrades. Double the addition of Wasps come down as well. And I believe they can also still afford Elite Marksmen as well this round pretty comfortably with the massive purse that Diana has at her bloody hell! At her what? Why am I blanking on that word, dude? Oh my god! I hope we're not having a stroke or something, dude. And, screw it, man. She's just got a big purse, okay? That's it. Alright. Why the hell am I blanking on that word, dude? That's creeping me out. Anyways, man. It's actually going to be the Wraiths coming out from Steel Sand, man. With the degen beam as well. No advanced range though, and Elite Maximum on the Wasps. I don't know that that's going to be enough to stop this, man. I almost feel like just the anti-air missiles on the fortresses might have been a juicier pickup for Steel Sand in this kind of scenario. At her expense, Gustav, that works. Works better than blanking on the word completely anyway. Dude, look at the ridiculous rushdown power of these Wasps now, man. They're just stealing experimental units from their neighbors, which is another advantage of just barreling the Wasps through the middle of the map like this. Just eviscerating everything and actually stealing multiple purple units from your opponents. They're going to get all of the buildings as well, dude. Look at the money, man. I mean, I don't think Diana got all of the buildings in this round, but got enough. 700 supply. That said, this time Bratwurst is not just tunnel visioning on the hackers. You know what? Bratwurst going this deep into the Mustangs could actually be real promise in this game, man. Little green Bratwurst currently sitting in last place. I don't mind this at all. Why? It's a Fang build, followed up by a Wasp build coming in from Diana. The Stangs do great against everything here, man. Warm Dragon is coming out with the Overlords. Wow, what the hell? I thought that these were AI Overlords at a glance, actually. Okay. So Warm Dragon is coming in big as well with a huge air unit army. For now, Diana holds on to the lead. Okay. So many levels still on the Wasps though, man. This is the scary thing, you know? They just gain so much power with every level with that Elite Marksman, dude. Oh my god! The quick teleport, dude. That's quite early to show your hand though with the quick teleport, man. You gotta think that, like, your opponent, like, if your opponents have the potential to scout that. Okay, she's not gonna go for the jump drive on this round. Just the barriers coming out for now. Mass levels as well. Rank 4s, rank 4s, rank 5s, rank 4s. Look at exceptionally powerful. What's going on with the Overlords down here? The anti-air on the Stangs. So Warm Dragon has taken the Wasp threat seriously at this stage. We also had an impressive number of Stangs come in clutch as well for Bratwurst. Just about in that last round. Even though he did, like, take the L in the round in the end, they got a substantial amount done, and good levels going into these guys as well. And so we basically have 2 anti-Wasp players, and I guess anti-Fang to an extent. Then we have the Wasp bomb, and then we have the fortresses have now picked up barriers as well, and we're also seeing Ignite come out on the Fang spam. from Steel Sin. Still feels like this build has a lot of room to grow. It's going to be one to watch as the rounds go on, but for now, the Wasps continue to reign supreme. Look at the little drive-by action they're going to get going on here as well. I swear they're going to get to pick off the Wraith here and just get some free cash. It's just smart use of Mobile Beacon, honestly. Good stuff. Okay. So we don't sell off any of the steel balls yet as well. We are holding on to those for now. With Diana's loadout. And here they come. Oh, God. The frame rate's starting to suffer just a little bit. The shields are going to come in clutch against these experimental marksmen, which are double firing. Exceptionally quickly. And we are going to start to take some pretty heavy casualties. The range on these guys has got to come in big, and it's got to come in big right now. They are going to eviscerate the hell out of the marksmen. Fast-ish. We've got some dregs left alive, but it's very powerful dregs. At that, meanwhile, Steel Sin's army's been turned into absolute powder, which isn't the greatest thing in the world. Meanwhile, the Stangs coming in from the east. How many Stangs do we have left alive from the south as well? We have plenty. You know what? Okay, man. Okay. Finally. And looks like Diana's Wasps are being actually answered now with a degree of seriousness. With all of the Stangs on the field that we got over here, dude. They're going to do a pretty good job of counteracting these guys, get themselves all kinds of levels, and hopefully put a stop to this Wasp spam. That said, I think I still actually favour Warm Dragon's army in this one. He had a really rough start in the first game, but the fact that he's also diversified already into the Overlords bodes quite well. Oh my god, or at least it does until the, what level are these? Until the rank 5 Wasps come in and just clap all kinds of cheeks. But I feel like Warm Dragon potentially has the most room to grow, having like the anti-air Stang option and the Overlords coming in, but it's Diana's just a smibble of Wasps left alive are enough to take the round win, and now they got more levels coming in. Oh god, and now everybody's panicking, man. Okay, apart from Diana, this is all according to plan. Sandworm comes out and gets sold instantly. Mass levels, jump drive. Okay. Alright, man. Are they going to form a line? Are they going to form a line? Is this the round, man? Are they going to jump ship? Oh my god, dude, they're forming a line. No, they're not. They're forming a block. They're forming a cuboid. Oh. They're just forming an amalgamation. Okay, no, they're not. It's going to be separate little pods of units. Then you can, like, click and drag them and send them in very specific movement patterns, right? Oh, they're going to... Oh my god! No. Are they just going to barrel around here? They're just going to barrel on in. Oh, look at this, though, dude. Steel Sin, man. He must have seen, dude. He must have seen. Wait a minute. Diana has, what is it, man? Quick teleport. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God. Look at this. Oh, yo. Steel Sin's actually running his Wraith in for a flank on Diana at the same stinking time. That said, this Wraith is alone. It's all on its lonesome, man. We need about... Steel Sin... to stop this, I think Steel Sin needs about 6 packs of fangs here. Potentially like 2 or 3 more fortresses, and give all the fortresses anti-air barrage. Then, and only then, he might stand a chance. I think this is going to be a bit of a... I think this is going to be brutal, man. I think this is going to be brutal. We did also get some building health come out as well on Diana's home base. Look at how quickly everything dies, dude. It's just not even a contest, man. This is not even close. The flank is absolutely out of control. This could be quite the staggering win, and look at the debuffs that are about to come in on Steel Sin's army as his building goes on down. Thankfully, they're not being connected on that much just yet. The fortresses that yet live will catch up with the Riders of Rohan over here in just a second. Once we see how this little engagement goes, at least the building debuff is already gone. I'm going to get a fortress stolen here as well, with the big boy hackers also having enhanced control for Bratwest, and so he's going to get to pick up some extra value against Steel Sin's army as well, stealing a bunch of the fortresses over here, just buying himself a lot of time with his big slow-moving builds. It is the way that he likes to play the game, but look at the Experimental Vulcan, dude. The Experimental Vulcan is playing no games. It is going to get to torch a few of the Neds, but it's not going to be enough, dude. The shields, the barriers, actually buying these Neds a lot of time, and the Riders of Rohan have arrived on the fields of Pelennor. It's going to be absolutely brutal. I don't think these tanks have the firepower to stop this. It's just too much damage, man, and too much shielding. And now it's just up to the Wasps once again, dude, to just stomp everything. Oh, for God's sake, dude. I don't know if anybody can stop this, man. I think it might be in this position again. We might be in another position again in this game where it's just an unstoppable and incessant buzzing in everybody's ears. I'm not sure they can stop this, man. I'm not sure they can stop this at all. Because now everybody's got to worry about this. Now that the jump drive is up and the quick teleport is up, everybody's got to panic. Look at the levels come in. Rank 5, rank 7, rank 7. Additional flanking. Oh, the wasps are getting wiggled around a little bit. So for any newer players watching, yes, you place a unit on the flank, it has to load in. It takes a little while to load in. But once the unit's on the flank, you can then reposition it however you want on that one flank, and it doesn't have to spend any time teleporting in again. And so things being jiggled around like this is just throwing more wrenches in the works. Steelsane's going to try and answer this by just dropping just an absolute squadron of fortresses on this far side. A new additional fortress comes out. I think this nade got redeployed, potentially. And here we go, man. The anti-air barrage is also coming up. We're even going to pull some extra Fang units over here. Hang on. This fortress is also caught in that mobile beacon as well. Okay. It's going to get repositioned real quick. Steelsane knows that this is coming again, dude. He can smell it. He knows he's going to have to deal with this. And with the anti-air missile fortresses, is he like the player who's best set up to deal with like a shock flank like this? Look at this, dude. Warm Dragon's like, man, I ain't taking no chances, dude. All kinds of anti-air on the back line. Okay, oh bloody hell, it's happening. It's happening. Okay, here we go, man. Oh, look at how quick the fortresses die, though, when they get connected on, dude. The damage is too much. Are they even going to survive? You got off a second wave of anti-air barrage. They do. The damage comes in pretty big. To be fair, they're going to survive, though, to get off another salvo of anti-air real quick, double time. Oh, it's just about in range, but it kills, like, what, one little straggler at the back? Not really what you want to see. And now the anti-air missile is going to start hitting AI units instead. And now with the building debuff in, oh god, it's just pain and agony for Steelsane on every side as his army is just getting stolen and hacked right before his eyes. The experimental units are going to come in and just start absolutely clapping all kinds of steel cheeks. And it just didn't look into... This just looks unstoppable to me, man. I'm not going to lie, dude. This is a round 8. And they're like 3-shotting fortresses, dude. It's just a little bit nuts. Okay. That said, the big high-level Mustangs... Oh, with the explosive ammo as well. That's smart coming in from Bratwurst. He's actually really considered just countering Wasp strategies as best he can with this Mustang loadout. And now with the explosive ammo being on field, look at how quickly these nerds are going down. Bratwurst coming in, man. From last place, no one saw him coming. And now look at this. He's got a good little oblong of units left alive, marching into battle. And he's got to be pretty pleased with that, man. That's a pretty good amount of cash coming in this round as well. He's going to get to clear up all kinds of AI units and catapult himself up to what? Is that like... Does he make second place with this? Not quite. He was actually quite steeply behind at that point, but does give Diana something to think about here. With just how good those Stangs did. That said... There's 2 rounds left in this game. Bratwurst has quite the hill to climb. He's got quite the hill to climb, man, in order to sort of get back into this. If you're Steelsane, like, what about like fangs with shields? You know what I'm saying? Like some portable shield action. We do have that as an option, right? Yeah, we do. Oh, it's 900 supply though. Okay, we've already purchased a couple of techs. Just something to distract the wops. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of that action. Just more fortresses. Oh my god. Look at how many fortresses are coming out over here, dude. I tell you one thing. If Steel... Oh god, where did these guys go? We'll check it in a second. If Steelsane is able to win like 1 round, and even half of his army is alive, he just gains like 7,000 points instantly or something. You know what I'm saying? So, he has got that going for him, but look. The wasps are gone. Okay, they're now going to start to pick on... Warm Dragon, who does have anti-air special, but not many of his Stangs are covering his flank. Warm Dragon, no, dude. You know that. You gotta know that Diana can only come from this direction with the swarm and from this flank, right? You gotta know that, man. You gotta be ready for it. At least have like a missile and just an extra pack of Stangs. Even that would do quite a lot, you know? Oh god, this is gonna be carnage. This is going to be destruction. The Stangs are going to get stuck hitting the Typhoons. They're going to die long before they kill any of the Wasps. And here we go, man. Diana needs a big win. She needs it now because the lobby is starting to really respond very, very effectively. Or at least Bratwurst is. to what she's got going on over here. Building is going to die behind Diana here, just so. But at the same time, Warm Dragon's building does also fall as well. So he's not going to be able to get the most ridiculous amount of damage done to these wasps. In fact, he's still hitting a whole bunch of crawlers that are on the ground. Meanwhile, oh god, Bratwurst units are going to start pushing in from the north as well. Bratwurst, I don't know if Bratwurst is going to have anything left alive with his super high power stangs to deal with the swarm that remains, because so many wasps yet live. Just a cacophony of wasps buzzing in from the back line, snipping the hell out of what remains of Warm Dragon's army. But now it's all up to the stangs. Do they really have that much to, oh god, they sped up the gameplay while we're lagging. It's not great. Huge casualties inflicted on the wasps, even though we didn't see any of it because the frame rate absolutely tanked as people hit the speed up button. And so it is the AI that's going to get to take the win in this round. Dude, look at Skynet, man. Oh my god. Skynet's not playing games at all. Okay. All of the players sped up the game, man. Oh god, it totally toasted my poor PC. Okay. Ooh, that's naughty. Iron blasts all around. Dude, please. I want to see everybody try and Iron Blast the wasps. It would be so funny. It's funny if it hits, and it's funny if Diana dodges. It's hilarious either way. It's gotta oh my god, somebody's going for it. Yes, dude. And this is like a huge double bluff as well. Because if you're Diana, do you think, no one's gonna be so stupid to risk going for the Iron Blast against these wasps, man. Nobody could possibly be that idiotic, man. It just doesn't happen. And then suddenly somebody is that crazy, somebody is that mental, somebody just meets you there, calls you bluff. I'm almost surprised. I was about to say, dude, I'm almost surprised that people didn't place Iron Blasts on both sides just to cover all bases, you know, just in case. Oh man, are we actually gonna get to see it? That's so funny. You know that's Steel saying, right? Steel saying's like, oh yeah, I had fallen for this again, man, you know? But look at the dodge. Ooh. Okay, I mean, Warm Dragon's gonna do his best to counteract this. I mean, the Iron Blast here will take out a whole bunch of the flanking wasps as well as the flanking typhoons as well, and just open up the main pod of wasps to deletion. Oh god, this is just the saddest little Iron Blast up at the top, man. It's so good. Okay, man. Well, here we go, dude. Can the wasps get it done? Look at the amount of missiles. Okay, can the wasps get it done this time? The Iron Blast is going to be the saddest thing you've ever seen. I don't know whose Iron Blast that was. That must have been Bratwurst, actually. Has to have been, right? Oh my god. Building dies at a pretty terrible time, though, actually, for Diana this time, as some of the Stangs are getting to connect over here. But that said, these Stangs, they don't have plus range, they don't have armor piercing, they don't have splash damage. They're just not that effective. And so, once again, we're going to be relying on Bratwurst finishing this. It is the final round. The players have actually already disconnected from the game, and so that's the final confirmation that somebody wins or loses in this game. Man, somebody's got to take it. It's got to be like a landslide victory for Bratwurst if he wants to swing this round in his favor and actually take the victory here. I tell you what, he's got a good little pod of Mustangs still left alive here. Same thing up at the top as well. Look at this. Getting the backstab on Steel Sain's massive. Just swollen Fortress army, and with the speed up, the wasps have just gone off screen. They just died so fast. Dude, can Bratwurst actually do this? He just have a couple of melting points, you know. Oh my god. Bratwurst, dude, is the wasp's water. He actually did it. Holy crap. Okay, man. Well, it just goes to show if you take the wasp threat seriously and keep your Stangs alive, he can actually get it done. Actually was able to take care of business. That's impressive coming from the opposite side of the map to take the game like that against the Wasp player. Pretty good stuff, man. Pretty good stuff. Okay. Nice. And you know what, man? I don't mean to go picking favorites and all of that. By the way, the scoreboards are just not updating at all above my head. Just is what it is. I thought they would be, man, but they're just not. That just goes to show, you know, that the Wasp strategy is actually beatable. You can actually do something about it. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to refresh the scoreboard. You know what, man? That'll do. That'll do. I just won't touch it. I just won't touch it anymore. But that'll do. As you can see, man, Hackmanic is actually holding on to first place, dude. What is this, man? Have we even seen one of his games yet? I don't think we've even seen one of his games yet, man. Maybe this is our time. Okay, let's get on in here. Looks like Steel Saint is also going to be in this next game as well as we set this up. Okay. There we go, man. Nice. The BRB screen is nice. Yeah, we'll actually see if we get time to BRB in between any games, to be honest. I think I'll take like a refreshment break or something maybe after this game. Might actually be the last game. I'm not even sure, but... Alright, man. Okay. Lobby's currently being tinkered with. It's all good. I'm just happy that the stream element is fixed. Oh my god, I hate having to fix stuff live like that, man. Can't stand it. Can't stand it, man. So what's interesting is that most of the players that we have watched are, most of the streams that we've actually watched, or most of the players that we've watched so far, are actually like some of the lower performing players in terms of score totals in the tournament, which is kind of crazy. I think some of the points are yet to be added on, though. I will say that. Okay. In fact, maybe if I refresh this, might it update? We just pan on over. There we go. That's more like it, man. That's more like it. Okay. Let me hop on in. There it is. Okay. Cool. Lobby setup and all that, man. I hate this part of casting tournaments, dude. All of this setup action. But okay. Oh, nice. Well, it's going about as smooth as you can expect, okay? You know? Okay. And hey, man. I tell you what, the points totals as well are actually looking like somewhat competitive, at least for around like the like 4th to 2nd place as well. Diana with the Wasp drop strats, actually sitting at like only 8k total points. That's kind of crazy, man. Sorry, no, hang on. Do I need to update this again? Yeah, 14k total points. Bratwurst, a close 3rd place. Dude, Bratwurst and his absolute points focused strategies with just his really slow builds, you know, slow burn. He's happy to just finish like 2nd place in like most lobbies, and he could quite easily potentially hold on to 2nd place from that alone. Looks like we might actually be spectating Mr. Hackmanic in this one, who's currently in line to be the champ of the Code Core Carnage tournament here, so it's going to be real interesting to see what he's got going on. Okay. I think everybody's just about getting ready to start. Looking pretty good. Quite notably, Hackmanic, by the way, when asked about what strategy he plans on employing in these free-for-all tournament finals, his answer was simply, everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face. Quoting good old Tyson, you know? And so I'm guessing he's coming in without a plan, and he's just going to try and be versatile and just adapt to the lobby as it evolves and as it develops. And so let's see what it's actually got in the locker, man. He did also note that he just doesn't want to die to wasps, and so can't really fault him for that either. At least the man is ready to be versatile and flexible. We do also have Mr. White Lobster in this lobby as well, who I did mention a little bit earlier on in the stream, is one to watch. This is a man with mental pocket strategies, and I'll leave it at that. I don't want to spoil anything, again, just in case any of the contestants in today's tournament are listening on in and could get like some insider knowledge from me. I don't want to be that guy who gives away strategies and stuff, you know, but yeah. The guy's a bloody nutter, let's put it that way. Okay, just refresh the leaderboard real quick, just make sure that it's fully up to date. It looks like it is. Things quite tight at the top, man. Prince Boji, aka Mr. Woot, is having a little bit of a tough time, sitting at bottom. Steel Saint, Warm Dragon, about tied on points as well. That's crazy, man. Steel Sin's got to be feeling the pinch just a little bit. Of course, one of the best 1v1 players in all of Mechabellum, really. One of the better players in the game, just overall. Free-for-all, not really his jam, but he's throwing in his lot and he's seen what he can do. But okay, man. Hackmanic in this lobby, White Lobster, one to watch. I think that's really going to be the story of this game, man. This one's going to be great, man. I'm excited for this one. Okay. 25 seconds, boys. 25 seconds. Let's do this, man. What's the plan? Yes. Oh, man. Oh yeah, I was curious if it's not too private. Did your channel grow significantly after the major updates of Mechabellum? You guys discovering and things? A little bit, I'd say. I'd say a little bit. It wasn't like a huge spike or whatever, you know, but we've been following the game for a long time, so I think it really helped to have like sort of a big head start and have been making videos for a long time while the game was still in early access, you know. Okay, man. Here we go, here we go, here we go. We are in. Just checking you guys can see stuff. You can. Lovely. Okay, White Lobster's going for some Amplify Specialist action. Okay. Let's see if he comes out with this crazy pocket strat in this game. I'd be quite interested to see. Keep an eye on what he's got going on for this one. Warm Dragon going for Supply Specialist. Fair enough. Stormcallers, slow opener. I'm going to start this lobby right away by just spectating Hackmanic here, who is playing some Training Specialist. Interesting. With the Sledgehammer opener. Just given that he's #1 in the tournament so far, man. Currently holding on to first place with quite a margin as well. A couple of thousand points. Actually, yeah. Like 2,000 points or something. Between him and Diana and her crazy, insane Wasp strategies. Which, of course, Diana and the other players are in another game right now. Steel Sin, all the rest of them. Playing in another game off screen that we'll just have to see the updates to the scoreboard once both games are done. And see who actually takes first place. Yeah, let's just see how it all goes down, man. Let's just see how it all goes down. Okay. 2 groups, 3 games per group, all kinds of shuffling going on. Let's see what we got here, man. It's going to be a Fang-heavy opener with the missiles coming into play as well. Missiles positioned, by the way, from Hackmanic here. Just very, very cleverly, such that they're going to be catching the arc lights, as well as, like, what, half of the pack of the sledgehammers? Good stuff. It's just going to make it so that the Fangs have a lot more survivability here. Ooh, look at the symmetry in the formation. We could do with moving things over just a little bit. We're going to move things over just a little bit there. Mr. Hackmanic. It's thrown me off that our army is a little bit skewed to the right side, you know what I'm saying? Oh god, we're not going to do it. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Hackmanic knows best, okay? The guy's in first, for God's sake. We just got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh man. How many rounds will there be, Irreversible? This might actually just be the final game. The final attempt for these players to, well, in Hackmanic's case, hold on to first place on the leaderboard. It's going to be Bratwurst's big opportunity, White Lobster's big opportunity to make some huge wins and some huge gains here as well and claw their way up into the top 3. Got faith in both of them. Let's see what goes down, man. Also, Bratwurst coming out to total left field as well in the last game too, so we will have to pay attention to all players and what memes they're running with, the memes of choice today. And just keep tabs on that. It looks like White Lobster going for quite a speedy opener here, man. Yeah, the Crawler Mustang opener just going very, very aggressive, trying to pick up all kinds of buildings. Hackmanic actually did tag this building here just now. Meanwhile, Bratwurst and the hackers. Here we go again, man. He does love his hackers. Seems to pick them up very, very early in these games, even if he did veer away from using the hackers really as like a core unit in the last game. Just seems to value the crap out of them for just grinding people's gears a little bit and just farming up some easy points, and at least just like threatening the hackers, I think, in the early rounds with Bratwurst. Worst case scenario, they become like a mind game. As such, though, it's actually Warm Dragon who's going to take the lead on the opposite side of the map with his slow burn, Stormcaller Marksman Arclight opener. Fair enough, we'll keep an eye on what he's got going on, man. Let's see if Mr. Dragon can emerge from his den here and get something done and accrue some serious points in potentially this final round. Everybody has picked but the Warm Dragon. Tarantula's coming out for multiple players as well. Fair play, fair play. Meanwhile, it's the Farseers coming out for Dragon, man. Okay. Little curious. Again, man. Warm Dragon does seem to prefer his armies to be like super, super varied. He doesn't like all in on any kind of like duo unit army build or whatever, or just like max teching a certain unit like Wasps or whatever. He seems to value just really spreading his army out across to cover like multiple roles, which would be good for securing like a third or a second place in free-for-all. Kind of inconsistent and tough to beat the players that were hitting critical mass and who were pushing for first place though, with a very, very varied army like this. Keep tabs on what other folks are doing. The 2 hackers now on the field. Second hacker has come down for Bratwurst. Pretty solid. Look at the absolute death ball that White Lobster has going on. Okay. Fair play, man. Fair play. Yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on White Lobster, man. This is the first game of him today that we're getting to cast. He is known for his mental pocket strategies, so we've got to keep an eye on what he's got going on, man. Meanwhile, Warm Dragon, missile comes out, claps all kinds of cheeks. He's going to farm a bunch of cash from the leveled fangs as well. Looking pretty good for him. Does have the Stormcallers to deal with the Scorpions as well. Same thing with the tanks. Keeping an eye on the money. It looks about equal-ish so far. White Lobster not getting off to a very fast start this time, though. Looks like the AI Wraith kind of stymieing his opener just a little bit there. Just had to recover just now, but not the fastest start. Not what you want to see if you're going like Steel Balls, Crawlers, Stangs, fast build, you know? But okay. Meanwhile, the Farseers are going to come into their own for Warm Dragon as well. Just a great mid-range, sort of like mid-game unit. Good like 4 out of 5 units at basically doing everything. Anti-air, all of the rest of it. Very, very good stuff. Ooh. But Bratwurst did also go into Farseers of his own. So it's going to be a little bit of a Farseer down here. Very, very equal, by the way, in these opening rounds. But once again, it's Warm Dragon that gets to hold on to the lead. His palms are sweating right now. Okay, he's been training all his life, since before he was born, for this tournament. And he's finally got the chance to prove himself as the smart marksman comes out. Ooh. Yes. More. Oh, that was the Master Recruiter one. Never mind, that's all we can buy. But, okay, 5 marksmen now on the field for the Dragon. Dude, he doesn't run Elite Marksman, though. Oh, Dragon, no, what have you done? Oh, you got the Smart Marksman. You got levels to pump on the Marksman, but no Elite Marksman. That's crazy. What is this Assault Mode doing here, man? Are you crazy? Are you insane? Warm Dragon the Stupendous. Okay, man, I mean, as much as I would love to see some Assault Mode Marksmen come out in this free-for-all final, in this grand final, would be hilarious. I don't have that much faith in it, that's just me, okay? That's just me, man. I don't have that much faith in the Assault Mode Marksman in free-for-all, dude. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. I hope I am. But I'm just saying, okay, I would love to have seen this just be Elite Marksman and just see like a really insane, just Marksman heavy build, max tech, quick reload, let's have it. Sadly, we're not going to quite get to see that, man. Okay, meanwhile, the range coming out on Bratwurst's hackers, because of course they are. Our champion or reigning leader right now is currently in last place, actually, with a Fang Spam and a whole bunch of Tarantulas at the bottom of the map just here. We'll keep eyes on Warm Dragon for the time being, seeing as though he's holding on to first place. See how long he can get that done for. Oh, I'm sad that we don't have Elite Marksman on these guys, though. Okay, I will shut up about it and pray that we at least get to see some Assault Mode Marksman, because that would be hilarious, but okay. Does he even have the firepower to take out the big old experimental fortress? The marksmen do not have range, and so they're going to get dangerously close to this big sucker. It's actually... Oh my god, look at the steel balls come in. White Lobster's money is out of control this round. This time the opener is going to come off massively in his favour. With the steel balls connecting on the big boy, they are going to get to steal that money. That's 100 supply right there as well. 580 supply in the kitty. The Lobster, man. He's clacking them claws. He's feeling it. And here we go. He's going to get to farm all kinds of cash over here as well, at least until he does finally go down to the good old backstab coming in from Bratwurst and his slow burn hackers. And Bratwurst might actually be on for a pretty good points round this round, with the hackers actually coming in massively, massively clutch against Hackmanic's Tarantula army by the looks, just stealing a whole bunch of those. Ooh. Oh my god. And just like that, actually, Yellow actually takes the lead. Bratwurst's hackers coming in clutch once again. Efficient light manufacturing does come out for Hackmanic as well. Going to be interesting to see if he starts to, oh my god, he's going to double down on hackers as well. Okay, so he's going to try and fight fire with fire a little bit. He's going to try and out-hack the Hackster. Does anybody call Bratwurst the Hackster? Well, I've christened him hence as the Hackster. Surely just more hackers are going to come down this round as well for Bratwurst. Meanwhile, no cash spent just yet, man, from White Lobster until he picks up the range of the marksman. Fair enough. Gotta support that. But the Death Ball, man, from White Lobster, he earned a lot of money this last round. We've got to check out what we got going on here. Let me just hide the chat real quick. Thank you, Mr. Spectator, for placing a bet here. So that I could, just remember to hide the chat real quick. Dude, we've actually invested tech as well. Oh my god, dude, it's happening. It's happening. Sledgehammers with tech. Steel balls with tech. Phoenixes with tech. That can only mean one thing, boys. I'll leave it to y'all to figure that one out. Oh my god, dude, we might get to see it. We might actually get to see it in these grand finals. It's going to be incredible. Okay, man, you guys know what's coming. You guys know what's coming. Yeah, some Assault Mode Maximum would be absolutely incredible to see come out from Dragon. I'm really curious to see what Hack's plan is, man. He's going to try and... He's just putting some levels into his hackers. He's going to try and out-hack Bratwurst. Starting from like a position behind in hackers, really. Extra hacker does come down as well for Bratwurst. Just battle of the hackers over here. And here we go. Let's see if Bratwurst can hold on to his lead for another round. As I take a quick tactical sip of coffee. What level are these tanks? Rank 5 sledgehammers. Gonna be no joke for these guys to get them hacked by level 1 hackers, but they are going to just about get the job done, and, well, before they immediately perish to their bros. And just like that, our entire army is, what, 2 or 3 Farseers, an Acolyte, and a bunch of hackers. Okay. Stealing the crap out of the buildings, but not before Warm Dragon comes in and steals some building action of his own. In fact, Warm Dragon is having an excellent economy round over here on red, but we'll check on him in just a sec. I want to see if we can catch what's going on with the hacker battle down here, but it's not a whole lot of a battle to speak of, really. Bratwurst still coming out ahead on that. Hackermanic, dude! Why am I calling him Hackermanic? Makes him sound like a tool or something. You've acquired the Hackermanic. You can now access level 2 floors in this zone, you know? Sounds like a damn video game tool that you'd pick up. Hackmanic, dude, having some problems in this final round. Which is sad, because apparently he dominated the first 2 games that he was in. And now, the man, dude, he's basically got his hands on the prize. And now he's sweating. Now he's like, the shakes have started, he doesn't know what to do with himself, he's got imposter syndrome. I'm not supposed to be here. I don't deserve this win, man. These guys, I'm surrounded by titans of the game. Who the hell am I, man? Hackmanic? I'm not that guy, you know. Hackmanic, man, you gotta dig deep. You can be him. This is your moment, dude. Gotta pull this back. Screw it, man. Get some levels, some range, get some... Oh my god, he doesn't run mech rage on his tarantulas. That's the problem. There's not enough memes, man. We need range enhancement and mech range on these suckers. Then he could pop off. Okay. I'm not actually sure how he comes back from this, to be honest. He's invested a lot into tarantulas here, doubling down still on the hackers on this far side as well. Ooh, not sure about it, man. Checking what... Oh my god, it's already started. Okay, White Lobster is ascendant. We're going to keep an eye on this guy now for the rest of the game and just keep track on what techs are coming out on the factory. You guys all knew it was coming, right? You guys all knew it was coming. Okay, oh my god, the carry badges are coming out. Irreversible. You've inspired Mr. Warm Dragon to embrace his nature and bake his enemies into pools of bubbling slag. With the fire badges coming out. Free-for-all fire badges and just a bunch of marksmen. Lovely stuff. Okay, man. Okay. Well, hackers, melting point. This looks very, very familiar, man. This is just the Bratwurst special here. If you can get the hack on the Big Boy War Factory, that could be pretty saucy. Is it even producing units? Did all these sea-balls, were these all just like part of the show to begin with? I don't think it's got a single tech. I just don't know if like there's like a UI bug here and the text aren't showing up. I think it's just a shooty war factory. Oh, this is going to take so long. We are going to get the hack, but it's going to be like 2 health. Oh god, no. Oh, what the hell, man? We got enhanced control. I forgot all about that. Okay. We've got a 300k health war factory now acting as the vanguard for our lads. Looking pretty good. I don't know what went on with Lobster, by the way, but he's already dead. So that's not good. Meanwhile, it's the hacker v hacker showdown now, for the most part. Here we go, dude. Can't Mr. Hackmanic become the main character that he was born to be? And get this, oh god. Now all of his level 2 hackers have all just buggered off. Look at them strutting their stuff, man. It's like a goddamn hacker catwalk down here. Not actually doing anything. They're just looking good while being useless. And now they're going to get backstabbed as their buildings die, which is just the worst possible timing on a building debuff I've ever seen in my life. And once again, it's Bratwest and his stolen factory. He's just a property thief. He's just a squatter in that war factory. He's going to get to take the win. On a round 6, he's averaged 1,000 points per round so far in this. This is his moment, man. Hackmanic, he's fuming, he's raging, he's frothing at the mouth. He can't believe that he's letting this opportunity to imprint his name on Mechabellum history forever go to waste. He's had enough. He's dropping the fire in the flames, man. I wonder if some berries are going to come out here. I wonder if Bratwest can feel the rage coming out from Hackmanic. The fall from grace, man. He's going to bring you down with him, man. Okay. Additional battling points coming out as well. I mean, yeah, this is actually just like the Bratwest special right here. Bunch of chaff clear units, backline of hackers with enhanced control, and then a bunch of melting points, man. Seems pretty effective. I mean, he finished pretty well in the other rounds as well. And so, hell, maybe it'll all work out for him, man. Let me check on the points so far. Yeah, Bratwest is currently sitting in 3rd, by the way. He needs, just to put this into context, Bratwest needs to win this game and beat Hackmanic by at least 3,000 points to take first place. Now, it's possible that Diana just wins with like 11,000 points or something in the other game that we're not seeing right now, and Diana could actually take it as well. But what a story it would be for Bratwest to come up here and just hack everything and actually take the win in this lobby against the current leader, Hackmanic, dude. That would actually be pretty glorious. I'm not gonna lie, man. Not that I'm picking favorites. I'm just here for the stories. Okay, man. Fire in the Flames hits the ground. It's a little bit far back to tag the hackers just yet. We'll persist for a little while, though, and here we go. Are we going to be able to get any hacks on any of the big boys here? These big old fortresses are producing a hell of a lot of chaff units, which currently right now we've got a bunch of melting points acting as chaff clear, which in terms of efficiency, oh my god, this is a disaster. This is not what you want to see at all. In fact, Bratwest is already gone. Gets absolutely annihilated, dude. And now we're just going to switch perspective, I guessed. Oh my god. What is going on with these factories, dude? It's a double factory drop from White Lobster, which is going to give these hackers plenty to do, and they're going to have to do it pretty damn quickly or risk getting completely overwhelmed. Let me just zoom out a little bit so we can capture everything that's going on the map just now, because the experimental units at the top left are also still alive, and they're just going to go be dragon botherers. That's their job for the rest of the map at this stage. But look at the amount of hackers here, dude. I don't know that these war factories are producing enough geeks, enough nerds, enough freaks of nature to actually overwhelm these 3 hackers, especially at the rate at which these tarantulas are going to be able to ping down all of the smaller units. And they're also going to be... It's actually happened already. The war factories are out of unit printage already. This guy over here is moaning like a dying mammoth as he gets hacked real quick. Brother, help me. This guy's just trying to put down his fallen comrade, gets hacked as well, and now it's going to be a huge victory for the side of Hackmanic, dude. Oh my god. Oh, Bratwest, dude. Oh, Bratwest, you got a real rival on your hands now, man. And Bratwest has got to deal with the experimental units again because he still holds on to the lead quite convincingly. Okay, dudes. Oh my god. Okay, man. This could get real tight. It's only a round 7, by the way. We've still got a few rounds of carnage left. And I don't know about all this. Like, I feel like Bratwest's ability to deal with the experimental units is a big problem. We've also got shielded fangs here as well. The fire rate on these experimental marksmen is going to be pretty ungodly. Does he have what it takes to get this done? I mean, he does outrange the marksman at least. So he's got that going for him. But as soon as his fire badges are dead, he just has no chaff clear to deal with the fangs that are getting produced by the experimental marksman. Could be really, really rough here, man. Meanwhile, what have we got going on over here? Look at how tall the hackers are being built for Hackmanic, dude. Oh my god. The Hacker Maniac over here. So actual tall hackers with big old shields, big barriers, as compared to just like the mass level 1 hackers coming out from Bratwest. Is that going to be Bratwest's downfall over here, not having the high level barriers like this? Look at this, dude. Oh my god, man, there's some shenanigans going on over here as well, as the factories are now also going to be printing Phoenixes on this far side, and there's a huge flank coming in as well, man, from the Lobster with his crazy meme strats that, yeah, we did come to expect in this game as well. So there's going to be a massive, massive clash down here in the bottom right as well. And then it's going to be up to Warm Dragon to kind of pick up the pieces and hopefully just kill off the dregs. He hasn't got a whole lot of competition going on for the time being. But let's see how Bratwest fares against the Experimental Marksman real quick. The random little barrier drop is going to help a little bit. He's got to get those fangs dead ASAP though, because as soon as this Experimental Marksman are connecting on his chaff clear, he could start running into problems. Another big wave of fangs is about to pop out in about 3 or 4 seconds as well. He's going to start getting the hacks on some of these. It looks like he might have just about got this done. Does actually steal all of those nades as well. Let's pan the camera out a little bit so we can now watch battles on both fronts, because the war factories are also going to start to connect with the hackers down in the galactic southeast, as it were, as well. Got a hell of a lot of chaff to clear through in terms of fangs here for these war factories, man. And so as much as I respect the meme build, one of the factories is actually already being hacked, and the other one looks like it is soon to follow. In fact, it still has some unit printage left over if you can get away from the electromag effect of these Phoenixes down to the bottom right. And so, damn, dude, this is a really, really high value hacks coming out, man, from Hackmanic over here. And now his hacker rival is also gonna show up. It looks like Warm Dragon's army is mostly a little bit decimated up here at the top. I didn't really catch what happened to it, but only dregs yet remain. The marksmen are pretty damn powerful, but they're gonna start to get hacked off one by one as well. All up and over there. The game gets sped up. Dude, these are all blue units here. These are all Hackmanic's units. And so now, Bratwest still has the numbers advantage in terms of hackers, but it's just so many little guys that he's going to try and steal control of here. Oh, it's going to be a valiant effort. But now, oh god, as soon as you're trying to hack back your own units, that's when things go downhill very, very quickly. And now it's Bratwest, dude. Suffering from that imposter syndrome, sweating, there's vomit on his sweater. Man, he's suddenly got it all to do to hold on to his lead. It's like 2-3 rounds left of this, man. I don't even know about this. Oh god, the goddamn the lightning storm comes out for, dude. Warm Dragon is just ready to become a kingmaker here. Apparently, wherever Warm Dragon decides to put this lightning storm, could decide who takes this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Bratwest Lightning Storm is of course going to be defensive. So that's where that goes. But if Warm Dragon decides to Lightning Storm here or here, he can kind of decide who takes the win here, dude. Oh god. Warm Dragon, man. Who's it going to be? He's holding the Executioner's sword right now. The son of a gun's got to make up his mind. Dude, how funny would it be though if White Lobster comes out of nowhere now, with now his war factories producing all 3 unit types as well. If he just comes out of nowhere here and just wipes the last couple of rounds because everybody's so concerned with each other. These war factories obviously cannot be underestimated. He's also going to drive them away from the hackers this time as well, which I think is smart. I think that's fair. You probably don't want to be sending these guys into the hackers, right? It's probably not a good idea. And look at this. That's got to be, who was it? Warm Dragon. That's got to be Warm Dragon's Lightning Storm, man. So Mr. Third Place Warm Dragon has elected the way of pain for Hackmanic. Oh my god, dude. Bratwest, you've got it all to do, man. A steal on some of these big old death knells would be pretty valuable. I do also want to make sure that we capture some more of the war factories though in this, because we got to give the war factories some screen time. But here we go, man. Here we go. Do we have the chaff clear to get this done? Oh, okay, the chaff's dying pretty quickly, man. We're going to start to connect with the hackers pretty quickly here, I think, on the death knells. It's not too bad. Oh, we don't even get the hack on the middle one. It just dies to a bloody melter. Okay, we do get the tag though on the top nerd. Same thing down here as well, right? Yes, we do. Okay. Off to a decent start. Meanwhile, the war factories in the Galactic East are printing all kinds of Phoenix Swarm action. These are also Electromag Phoenixes as well, so pretty gosh darn deadly. They also have Phoenix Rebirth too. Oh my god. They're actually pretty filthy, and they are going to be able to hold on here in the top against Warm Dragons northern flank, or rather eastern flank on his side. But okay, the hacker wars are about to go down again on the south of the map. It's Bratwurst's yellow hackers versus the tall, high-level hackers of Hackmanic. Differences, a death knell on one side, no death knell on the other. Is it able to get it done? Does it still have some unit production? It is going to be able to throw out some steel balls and to spit those nades out and buy us just a little bit of extra time over here, man, for the side of Bratwurst. The sucker's got to hold on. If these hackers get to look at this and just sniff it for just a second, there's going to be huge, huge problems. These guys do have enhanced control as well, so they will also fully heal the death knell if they're able to make the connection. The death knell's just dying of old age though. The death knell just goes down to absolutely nothing, and now we're going to have a double speed hacker battle go on down. Meanwhile, the war factories are also getting stolen as well by Hackmanic's blue hackers that veered off to the north. And dude, Hackmanic, is he actually going to hold on to this? He's going to hold on to this pretty comfortably as well. I think pretty comfortably. Because he controls the war factory, and because he stole the war factory. I'm not sure how many points he gets from it. Is it like 100 or something? Either way, it's going to be more than enough to take the win in this, the final round. And I believe what could be the final game of the Quad Core Carnage finals. Just hold up and over here. Dude, the hackers were so effective. They were so good. They were actually insane. Okay. That actually shocked me just how good each of those hacker builds were. And like over the course of the tournament, Bratwurst got so many points from just spamming hackers every game, or just even having like 5 or 6 hackers on his backline every game. It was actually mega effective for him. Let's see if we can refresh the scores, and if, first of all, as I refresh the scores real quick, let's see if Diana was able to get it done in the other lobby with the wasp spam again. Did Diana's points change? Oh my god. I think they did. I think Diana actually got counted in the final game that we were not watching. Unless I'm crazy as hell. Look at poor Prince Boji, man. Poor Boot at the bottom of the 5k points. Oh man, oh god. You know, Prince Boji did come into these games with an idea of, I'm just gonna meme it up. I'm just gonna kind of muck around and throw a wrench in the works and just have fun. He wasn't really here trying to win. He was here to just ruin other people's days a little bit. So hopefully he achieved that at least. Steel Saint coming in 5th, Baller at 4th, aka Mr. LeBron. Diana holding on to the top 3 in 3rd place with nothing but wasps every single game, which is impressive in its own right. Bratwurst actually claiming 2nd place, and the 2 hacker spammers, or 2 hacker believers you should say, taking 2nd and 1st place with Hackmanic. Hackmanic with the most perfect name. How did nobody prepare for hackers against somebody called Hackmanic, for God's sake, you know? Holding on to 1st place in that final game. That was quite the showdown, man, between the hackers in the final game just now. That was pretty saucy. Okay, I'll refresh again just to make sure that that there's no further points to just be tallied in. I think it might be Gucci. I'll see if I get another invite for some kind of like finals game or something, but I think that might actually conclude things, man. And it looks like Hackmanic is going to be our tournament winner, dude. For the first ever free-for-all tournament in Mechabellum. There you go, man. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, she got 3rd in the other lobby time dodger. Got it. Damn, dude, damn. Yeah, Hacker's crazy at the moment. Yeah, Hacker's unbelievable, man. They're unbelievable. They're crazy good, and I think I feel like Hackers are the most complained about unit in the game by quite a bit. You know, people tend to rage at the Hackers quite a bit. So, yeah. They're a very unpopular unit. Not because they're particularly like unbelievably strong or something. Like, they're very situational, but I think that when you lose to a hacker, you don't just lose, you also get kicked in the balls and lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels terrible. It just feels really bad. It just feels awful. Oh man. Okay. I'm just going to double check with the behind the scenes staff real quick. A couple of things. All right. Oh my god. Hey, Cobb, quick update on your book. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. I almost get nervous talking about my book, man. I feel like I'm exposing myself, you know? I feel like I'm exposing like an open wound. It's a very deeply personal process, you know, writing a damn novel, man. But yeah, maybe I'll talk about it. Maybe I'll talk about it a little, man. Honestly, if I had the time, I tell you what, man. Why not just stick around for a chat for a little bit longer, man? Just got confirmation, by the way. Mr. Hackmanic is our champion for the Quad Core tournament, bagging himself not just the notoriety in Free For All forever as being the first ever Free For All tournament winner in Mechabellum, like official tournament set up by the behind the scenes team and all of that. So huge congratulations to him, but also bagging himself, I think, like $100. Get himself a happy. What does $100 get you these days, man? The economy's kind of on its ass a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But $100 still not too bad. Not too bad, man. For a night in Mechabellum, you know what I'm saying? Good stuff. Huge congratulations to him, though. Seriously. Sweet games as well. Loved the wasp spams coming out from Diana. Loved the fact that we got to see some of the factory means coming out from White Lobster. That was the crazy pocket strat that I was hoping that we get to see in at least one of the games. So I love that he dropped it in one of our games that we get to spectate as well. So that's good. That's good. Yeah. Amazing stuff. Man, so the book. Oh, God. I tell you what, man, if I didn't work like 70 hours a week and I wasn't obsessed with, oh, God, I don't know. I'm always biting off more than I can chew in terms of projects, you know. I never have time for anything, really. Writing books, gyms, 60, 70-hour work weeks, blah, blah, blah. YouTube channels. Like, oh, my God. I'd probably like, I would love to launch like a booktube channel, book reviews, write and talk, all of that stuff. It's what I'm so passionate about it, you know. I'm so passionate about it, man. And I know that's like such a niche thing, and most people don't give a damn. But the people who do give a damn, like me, are really into it, you know. And yeah, I love writing. I've been working on the book that I'm working on because I work so much. It takes so long. It takes so long for me to write, you know. I've been working on it for like 4 years or something. Just kind of crazy, right? It's kind of crazy. It's kind of like, how to describe it? I'd describe it as something like a The Last of Us meets Dark Souls, or something. It's kind of like that sort of like dark fantasy, but it's got like that it's very character focused, the story. We jump between two perspectives, Kara and Creighton, the two main characters, you know, and their tales and their stories and their adventures, and they're largely unwilling quest to undo, let's just call it a curse that has fallen over the lands, right? Let's just call it that for simplicity's sake. And yeah, like everybody who's on this mission to try and save the world is kind of doing it for very selfish reasons. They're not particularly good people, which makes it very interesting to write about, you know. Yeah, and the story's about these two characters and their budding relationship. Yeah, and that's the book, you know. There's a lot of undead. There's a lot of cursing. There's a lot of blood and gore, and themes of, I suppose, themes of cowardice and bravery and found family and that kind of thing, you know. So yeah. I get so nervous talking about it, man. You know, because when you work on something for so long, something like a book or whatever, like a story like this, you work on it for so long, you just hope that somebody out there is going to enjoy it, you know. You just hope that somebody out there is going to like it even half as much as you do, you know. So I get a bit nervous talking about it, and it feels dumb to have been working on it for so long and still not have it done. But it just is what it is. I have time to write like 2 times a week, really, most of the time, which sucks, you know. If there's one thing I could do for the rest of my life, it would be write, you know. If there's one thing I would not be willing to give up for anything, it would be writing. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But will also be released in other languages? God. That would be a huge monetary concern. You know? Because, like, unless you're with, like, an official publishing house and you get it, like, traditionally published, like a traditionally published book, is it's really hard to get. You can be a great author and get rejected like 50 times. So who the hell knows how many times I'd have to get rejected, you know, to get mine published. Now, I shouldn't talk myself down. I think I'm okay at what I do. I think I'm okay at writing. I've learned a thing or two, you know, after making it a hobby for so many years, since I was a teenager, really. But if you get it self-published, you've got to pay for a lot of things yourself. And so, God, what do? You know, do you wait the 5 years it might take to get it traditionally published, or do you go the self-publishing route and then have to fork out thousands of pounds of your own money in order to, you know, pay for editors and pay for cover designs and language translations and all of that stuff? It's a tough choice, you know. And at the end of the day, if you're going to self-publish, like I probably will, because it's more of a hobby for me, you know, rather than something I want to do professionally at this time in my life. You're going to self-publish, you're already making a loss 90% of the time, you know. Like, the chances that you're going to sell more than 50 copies is very, very low, you know. But, yeah, there it is, man. Ooh, what will the name of the book be, Aloan? It doesn't actually have a name just yet. I'm toying with some ideas. It's kind of crazy. I've been working on it for 4 years and I don't have a name for the book. Like, how about that, you know? Naming books is tough. It's really, really tough for me. The kind of working title that I use for it is The God Vessel. But that's just like something that appears in the book. It's very important. Let's call it a very important item in the book, you know. But it doesn't really give that much context to what the book's about and stuff, so I don't think it's going to work as like an actual publishable title, you know. So, but yeah. If you publish it, please mention it on your channel so I think to get it. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, it would be insane if there's people actually interested in picking it up, you know. But like I say, I just wouldn't want to be disappointed, you know. I'd probably give away like the first 10, 15 pages for free or something so people can check it out. If it seems like something you'll be interested in, then you can think about it, you know. I don't want anybody to feel let down, man. I don't want anybody to feel sort of like they're expecting a lot and, you know. How might we be able to get it? On what platform and stuff? I mean, it's easiest to self-publish books on Amazon. But at the same time, Amazon is a little bit soulless, you know what I'm saying? Like, Amazon's great. I mean, it's a great service and all of that. And you can self-publish on Amazon, and that's great. I don't know, though. I haven't really thought about it yet, to be honest. I haven't really thought about it. I just want to focus on getting it done. First and foremost, you know. I'm on like my 3rd round of edits. It's like a long book as well. It's the first book in a duology. And I haven't really touched the start of book 2 yet, you know. I'm still just working on revising book 1. I did fork out like £1,000 to like pay for an editor. She was called Holly. She was great. She was savage as hell, but it's exactly what you want from an editor, right? To like point out all the parts that just don't quite make sense or whatever. As well as point out the things that are good that they'd like to see more of. So that was really helpful. So that's great. But now it's just like a whole lot of revising and like rewriting a couple of... Like the thing is with the book, right? You rewrite one scene in the middle of the book and then it has a knock-on effect for like the next 14 chapters. And recontextualizes the ending. So you change one scene, it's like this huge butterfly effect of changes throughout the rest of the scenes, and it's like, bloody hell, man. You sit down thinking, this could be the day that I finish the book. Oh no, it isn't. This could be the year that I finish the book, not the day. Okay, this is gonna take some time, man. It's gonna take some time. Can I pre-order a signed copy? Yeah, I'll just sign it, Cobb. Yeah, I don't know, man, I don't know. Anyways, I shall leave this here because I didn't get to show off the BRB screen for very long during this stream, and I spent like an hour making it yesterday. I'm going to end the stream with a few minutes of the BRB or like AFK or take a break screen because I don't want it to go to waste. What the hell do you want from me, you know? And yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. That was a fun little tournament. Huge congratulations to the hack god himself, Mr. Hack Manic, pulling it off in the finals. Holding on to his first place against all odds as well in that final game. Amazing stuff. And yeah, thanks all for hanging out with me for these finals, man. It's been a blast. And I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man. We will not be back soon, despite what it says right now on the screen, but I'm going to let this run for a couple of minutes anyway, man. Alright, see you guys. Oh, if the book is successful, will you stop doing this? Definitely not, Mike Potter. Don't worry about that, man. I'll be on YouTube for the rest of my life. How's that for a promise, man? Alright, see you guys.